Bitcoin price analysis. BTC spikes to 5-month high. What are the next levels to watch? October has been exciting for the bulls as BTC continues to push above multiple major resistance levels. The first week of the month isn't even complete, and BTC has already reached an intra-week high of $55.4K, just entering into the critical $55K to $58K zone of resistance. Since the higher low at $40.7K, Bitcoin managed to rally over 36% to today's intraday highs. During the weeks of risk-off, Bitcoin managed to hold the deepest higher low at $40.7K, which we covered and started to form sub-wave 3 to the upside. BTC continued to outperform stocks even with risk-off, managing to reclaim key resistance levels and print higher highs. It also managed to push above a major downtrend line around $50.8K, with a successful backtest of support, before soaring up to $55.4K. Holding above the downtrend line and following through higher will likely validate the powerful breakout. Third largest whale moves 3,000 BTC to Coinbase. The pace of the BTC rally is picking up even as the third largest BTC whale transferred 3,000 BTC to Coinbase yesterday. The whale entity has purchased 15,227 BTC between $50K to $58.2K earlier this year, roughly 12% of its total BTC position. Although this is not a large percentage of total holdings, we can expect the entity to distribute, especially if BTC starts testing $55K to $58K, a major technical and on-chain zone of resistance. The whale entity is likely to break even or realize a small profit between $50K to $58K, likely to reduce risk and rebalance. It is important for the bulls to continue stepping in to absorb supply from this entity along with other remaining sellers who purchased BTC between $50K to $58K. Once the supply is fully absorbed, the bullish trend in on-chain strongly suggests Bitcoin is likely to push higher and potentially make new all-time highs. Wick-off accumulation potentially completing Phase D. Wick-off accumulation continues to hold a larger structure and recently formed the BU LPS, or higher low at $39.6K before BTC soared to $55.4K, signaling a potential completion of Phase D. The massive liquidations and FUD in September further extended Phase D consolidation after a failed attempt to break out above $50K as open interest and leverage was overextended. BTC bulls protected $40K, a critical level of technical and on-chain support, as larger buyers stepped in as sentiment turned extremely bearish. Since then, BTC managed to push above $52.9K, which is the key level to conclude Phase D and start Phase E markup. Ideally, a weekly close above $52.9K with follow-through higher should conclude Phase D. Near-term caution after large rally. Near-term, BTC is reaching overbought levels on the 4-hour chart. Spot exchange reserves have slowly increased for 3 days. Whale ratio pushed higher, while the third largest BTC address moved 3,000 BTC to Coinbase. This signals near-term caution as Bitcoin staged a powerful rally in just a week. Ideally, it would be good to see price consolidate with a small pullback while continuing to establish $50K as support. Although the 4-hour chart might look cautious, the mid to long-term trend in fundamental and on-chain analysis remains firmly bullish and has a higher weighting on price action looking at the next few months. On-chain trend remains firmly bullish. On-chain metrics continue to overall show firm accumulation in long-term holders and miners, which are the most important cohorts because they own the largest percentage of total BTC supply. Although spot exchange reserves have been slowly trending higher for 3 days, there is no major trend of aggressive distribution from long-term holders and miners. We will have to closely watch on-chain metrics as BTC continues the breakout attempt above $52.9K, critical week for a breakout to $55K to $58K. This week's price action will be critical in validating the bear trap from $52.9K to $39.6K. So far, BTC managed to close above $45.2K, printing a higher high. Most importantly, we need to see it make a strong weekly close above the highs from September 7, 2021, at $52.9K and follow through higher to fully validate the bear trap. Today's rally looks very bullish so far, but it's still early and we need to wait for price confirmation. Bitcoin's performance relative to other risk assets has been very impressive considering risk-off. For the last week, The bulls have firmly regained control, managing to hold the low $40s in a difficult environment while significantly outperforming. If the momentum continues and BTC successfully establishes $50K as support, the probability of entering the major resistance zone between $55K to $58K will continue to increase. If $58K is reclaimed, the bulls will start eyeing the previous all-time highs at $64.8K, which has very low technical and on-chain volume, suggesting the path to new all-time highs could be likely. Ethereum price analysis: ETH breaks back above 50-day MA following a 9% weekly surge. United States dollar: Ether breaks 50-day MA. Key support levels: $3,300, $3,150, $3,000. Key resistance levels: $3,600, $3,790, $4,000. Ethereum found support at $2,770.786 fib and 100-day MA on Wednesday and has been increasing ever since. On Thursday, ETH managed to break a descending trend line as it passed the 20-day MA to reach the 50-day MA. Over the weekend, ETH continued above the 50-day MA as it broke resistance at $3,350, reach as high as $3,485. It has since rolled over and is now using the 50-day MA as support. United States dollar short-term price prediction. Looking ahead, the first resistance lies at $3,485. This is followed by $3,600, $3,790, bearish 0.786 fib retracement, and $4,000. On the other side, the first support lies at the 50-day MA, around $3,300. This is followed by $3,150, 20-day MA, $3,000, and $2,890. The RSI is back at the midline after climbing from beneath, indicating the previous bearish momentum has left the market. FBTC market fails at 0.072 BTC. Key support levels: 0.0691 BTC, 0.068 BTC, 0.067 BTC. Key resistance levels: 0.07 BTC, 0.0711 BTC, 0.072 BTC. Against BTC, the cryptocurrency is currently struggling to break resistance at 0.0711 BTC. The coin found support around 0.068 BTC last week and started to push higher over the weekend to break the 50-day MA and reach as high as 0.072 BTC. Unfortunately, ETH failed to close a daily candle above 0.0711 BTC and ended up rolling over from there yesterday to fall back beneath 0.07 BTC today and reach 0.0691 BTC. BTC short-term price prediction. Moving forward, the first support lies at 0.0691 BTC. This is followed by 0.068 BTC, 0.067 BTC, 100-day MA, and 0.0659 BTC, 0.618 fib. On the other side, the first resistance lies at 0.07 BTC. This is followed by 0.0711 BTC, 0.072 BTC, and 0.0733 BTC. The daily RSI is still beneath the midline, indicating weak bearish momentum in the market.